Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 15 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
We continue our pregame conversation with head coach Lmu Vs Csu, brought to you by Guaranteed Bank and Trust. We talked about Loyola Marymount coming in here, Larry, and this is a team that has a lot of seniors on it, and I know it's a team you expect to come in here and play well.
Well, we may have touched on, but we'll touch on it again. They're the 11th. There's only 10 teams older in the country than this team. And that's the strength of a team is your experience. And what I know we did touch on in the first segment is the inexperience of our young guys. And so it's quite a test for us. It's like trying to beat your older brother for the first time. I mean, this is an opponent that would finish in the top 3 in our league. They're that good. Poor scheduling. Should schedule them next year when all those seniors are gone.
Right.
But it'll be a good game for us. I think we're still coming off finals and finishing some things up. So, again, it's going to be a very difficult game. We're going to have to play just about perfect to beat them. And I don't, you say Loyola Marymount. Well, again, UConn, they had UConn beat, and UConn threw in a desperation shot, et cetera. Right. So it's like playing Nevada here. Or it's like playing San Diego State here. I think they're that good.
Right. Final thought, is it good to be back on the court here just about 48, 50 hours after that Kansas State game?
Yeah, I think it is. I think our team's tired. I think every team's tired about this time of year. Scheduling makes it so difficult. After finals, you'd like to have played somebody not on the national stage that was so good, but it is what it is, and you have to cram these games in there in order to get them all in. So, you'd like to have another day to prepare, but our team is a group of great young men, and I know we'll compete. We're just going to have to play a very good quality of basketball and bounce back from the Kansas State game.
All right, best of luck, Larry.
Thank you.
That's head coach Lmu Vs Csu on the pregame show. The Tip coming up next, Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield.
Your
Well, the tip-off to this one right around the corner from Moby Arena. It's Colorado State and Loyola Marymount here tonight from Moby Arena here in Fort Collins, as Colorado State will try to get back on the winning track. All right, let's take 10 seconds. Allow stations to identify themselves right here on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, let's get to the starting lineups presented to you by Nissan. They know that a win for your team is a win for you too, and there's nothing quite like it except for driving a Nissan. Get to Nissan, a proud supporter of college athletics, and shop ChooseNissan.com today. All right, the starting lineup for Loyola Marymount coming in at 5-3 on the season out of the West Coast Conference. And their point guard is Brandon Brown, 5'11" senior from Levine, Arizona. Honorable mention, all West Coast Conference player of a season ago. He leads them in scoring at 15 points per contest. Also, another guard, Jeffrey McClendon, 6'3" sophomore out of Pasadena. Not much of a scorer, one of their best perimeter defenders. Front line, Shamar Johnson, 6'7", 255, senior from Pensacola, Florida. Their leading rebounder at 5.5 points per contest. Another forward is Boyd Touch, 6'6", the junior out of Omaha, Nebraska, originally from the South Sudan. And in the middle, Stefan Jovanovic, 6'11", 235, a senior transfer from Hawaii, originally from Serbia, averaging 10 points per game. Head coach Mike Dunlap in his third season. We talked about his exploits and experience as a head coach. 27-43 in Los Angeles. They're coaching the Lions. Starting lineup for the Colorado State Rams, 8-3 on the season. They play out of the Mountain West Conference and trying to bounce back from the deficit and the loss to Kansas State on Saturday. Same starting lineup for the second consecutive game now. The point guard, J.D. Page, 6'3", 166, sophomore from Denver. Prentice Nixon, 6'1", 180, sophomore from Bolingbrook, Illinois, coming off the career-high 30 against Kansas State on Saturday. Gian Clavel, 6'4", 185, the senior from Puerto Rico, 16 points, 6 rebounds on Saturday. Clavel in the 2 games he has played this season, averaging 15.5 points per game. The front line, Emmanuel Amagbo, 6'8", 210, senior out of Hyattsville, Maryland, and Nico Carvacho, 6'11", 240, redshirt freshman from Frisco, Texas. Head coach for the Rams, Larry Eustace, in his 5th season. All right, Adam Nigon, how do the Rams bounce back and get a win here tonight against Loyola Marymount?
Must limit turnovers. Always a concern with a young team. You have to value the basketball every possession. Going to have to sit and defend tonight. Loyola Marymount is 314th in offensive tempo, so it's going to be a slow game, a lot of passing. Going to have to defend hard. Finally, keep them out of the paint and get into the paint. Both teams thrive off of points in the paint, so I see that the team that wins the battle in the paint is going to win the game today.
Yeah, it's a Loyola Marymount team that did not shoot a ton of three-pointers. They're going to try to get it inside tonight with some pretty good size along the front line. The tip won by Emmanuel Amagbo, and we are officially underway. The final non-conference home game of the 2016-2017 slate. Rams wearing the home white uniforms. They have a Carvacho on the right baseline. Did he walk with it? He did. Colorado State will turn it over. Rams coming out in the home whites with the green numbers, gold trim. Meanwhile, Loyola Marymount has the burgundy uniforms, the white numbers, and the blue trim. Now, hoping to see a good start out of Nico Carvacho tonight. Of course, Nico really struggled Saturday. 0 points, 0 rebounds against Kansas State. Top of the key, here's Brown, their leading scorer. Drives to the foul line, lip fake, picked up his dribble, feeds it to the left baseline. Jovanovic back out to Brown, he'll fire a 3. Off the mark, rebound, Clavel got a hand on it, and it came to Emmanuel Amagbo. Outlet to the far side, here comes J.D. Page, forecourt, Nixon, 3-ball, too strong, and Carvacho not able to pull down the rebound. LMU with the ball, left to right into the forecourt. Touch has it on the right wing. With the dribble, takes it back up between the rings. Minute into the contest, we have no score. Rams and Lions here tonight. Feed into the paint. Here's Shamar Johnson, kicked all the way through. McClendon baseline drive, got underneath the hoop, then threw it away. Right to Emmanuel Amagbo. Emmanuel in transition, heading the other way, going to hold up out front and hand off to Gian Clavel. 18:47 to go here in the first. Still looking for our first points of the evening. Clavel trying to break the seal. That's a 3 that's too strong, but the rebound pulled down by Emmanuel Amagbo. So CSU going to get another opportunity here. Out front it goes to Gian Clavel, the fresh 30 on the shot clock. Nixon on the angle left. Little jab step trying to drive towards the baseline. Lip fake, kick through, top of the key to Amagbo. Gonna fire the three. Off the back iron, no good, and the rebound to Loyola Marymount.
Hey, he just pump faked and thought about it too much. He needs to just shoot that right away or get it out of his hands.
No score between the Rams and the Lions nearly 2 minutes into the contest. Loyola Marymount baseline on the left side, and Jovanovic misses the 15-footer. Ball loose, top of the key, and it's tracked down by the Lions. They'll get new life here. Colorado State has missed their first 3 shots. Loyola Marymount has missed their first 3 shots as well. Outside, touch, goes to the foul line. There's Johnson, fires the jumper and connects.
Yeah, Johnson, not really an outside presence, but a physical guy. Got to get a hand out. That's a shot that they're going to live with, though.
Yeah, returning starter from last season, and yeah, he likes to do most of his work inside the paint. 2-0 Lions on top of the Colorado State Rams. Angle left, J.D. Page, left to the key. Now it goes to Amagbo, wants to start backing down on Johnson. Spins baseline, double team comes around the back, pass to Carvacho, who was fouled. Manuel with a big smile on his face coming back down the court. Nico's going to go to the free throw line.
Boy, a sneaky behind the back pass, dump off to Carvacho. He's got to go up with that a little stronger. I thought maybe that was a clean block. Carvacho got bailed out. Good to see him going to the line early, though.
So Nico Carvacho to the free throw line. 66% of the season, and the lefty gets the first one up and good. So it takes Colorado State 2 minutes, 39 seconds, but they finally break the seal and get the lid off the hoop. One more for Nico Carvacho. Second free throw is off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Loyola Marymount, 2-1. LMU with the lead on Colorado State. Lions left to right into the forecourt. Top of the key, it's Shamar Johnson. Hands off out front to Jovanovic to the right wing outside the arc to Brown. Back up top of the key, they'll repost on the opposite side. There's Johnson, turn on jump hook, got blocked, came to Jovanovic, and his jump hook is up and in.
CSU is really, like I said, going to have to sit and defend. This Loyola team really moves the ball around and gets you flying around on defense. That time, gave up a second chance opportunity and got hurt by it.
Here's Nixon driving down the lane, feeds Carvacho, baseline jumpers up and good.
That's a good-looking shot from him from the mid-range short corner there.
So Nico Carvacho has all 3 points for Colorado State. Rams down 4-3. Brown driving baseline, sent it all the way through. 3-ball McClendon. Off the heel, no good. Jovanovic got a hand on it, came right to Johnson, who gets the easy stick back.
Yeah, 3 Loyola Marymount players just sitting in the paint, unguarded. Got to get to those guys. Can't give up second chance opportunities.
Lions doubling up the Rams here in the early going from Moby Arena tonight. Approaching the 16-minute mark of the first half. 6-3, Loyola Marymount. Page on the left wing, got it to Carvacho. There's a 15-footer at the right elbow. That's too strong. Rebound. Clavel got a hand on it, kept it alive, but then it goes out of bounds. Carvacho was trying to get to the basketball, wasn't able to do it. And it'll be Loyola Marymount basketball when we come back. Well, slow start offensively tonight for CSU. They trail LMU by the count of 6-3, 15:59 to go in the first half. Back after this, Colorado State basketball from Learfield.
We all have our mouth.
Colorado State basketball this afternoon brought to you by RE/MAX Alliance. They know that a team with spirit is a team that wins. They invite you to use a real estate team with true ramp pride. Contact Bob Sutton with RE/MAX Alliance, 970-222-9722. Again, Bob Sutton with Remax Alliance 970-222-9722. Brian Roth and Adam Nygon back with it here at courtside. 6-3, Colorado State trailing Loyola Marymount. And now CSU getting Nico Carvacho going a little bit early, Adam. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, it is. The thing that I don't like is they've already given up 4 points in the paint, and those are second chance opportunities as well, so they really have got to guard inside out and protect the paint first.
LMU basketball attacking the zone to our right. Top of the key, McClendon, the guard. Wants to drive on Nixon. We get a whistle and a foul. Hand check called. Prentice not happy with it.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. He had his hands up. Just can't get your hands on the defender these days, or on the offender. You got to get your hands up and show the ref your hands. Usually does a pretty good job of that. I'm surprised.
Loyola Marymount to throw it in on the baseline right. Leading 6-3 on top of CSU. Lob to Jovanovic at the foul line. Get a handoff to Brown. They'll reset the offense out front. Here goes the leading scorer. Drove to the foul line. Hands off out front to McClendon. Drives on Nixon, and he took a charge.
See, that's
offensive.
what happens. You show your hands to the ref, and then you're able to take the charge. Way to make up for that foul call.
So we'll go the other way. Second team foul against Loyola Marymount. And Colorado State with the basketball, trailing 6-3. Here comes Gian Clavel into the forecourt for CSU. To J.D. Page on the right wing. J.D. working off a Carvacho screen. Back to Clavel, this time on the right corner. Wants to back down on Brown. Spin away, fade away, 2 is good. Tough shot.
Hey, he likes playing big body ball against smaller defenders. He just backs them straight down and goes into a nice fadeaway.
Headed the key, pull up 3 by Brown is no good. Rebound to Nico Carvacho. Rams have a chance to take the lead here. Page high on the left side. Now to Clavel. Fakes the 3. Spinning in the lane. Kick back out. Nixon up between the rings. Fake the 3. Prentice crosses over. Got down the lane. Bank shot is up. Missed it. Boy, Mogbo nearly came flying through with the rebound. Couldn't control it. Quickly in the forecourt. Here comes Touch down the lane. His leaner's no good. We get a whistle and an offensive foul. Randy McCall making the judgment that time.
Boy, great job. Gian Clavel read the Euro step coming from Brown and just honestly just stood right there, let Brown go right into him, take the charge. Nice play.
By the way, the trio of officials tonight, Randy McCall, Eric Curry, and Rick Batzel. Veteran crew, of course, led by McCall and Curry. They've done their fair share of games here at Moby Arena. 14:36 to go in the first half of play. 6-5, Colorado State trailing Loyola Marymount. Angle left Carvacho for the Rams. Started to drive, hands off to Nixon, pulls the trigger, baseline J. Missed too strong, and the rebound tipped out of bounds, and that'll go to the Lions.
Just a bit of a quick shot by Nixon there. A bit out of control, kind of pulled up. Tough shot. I'd like to see him get a better shot than that.
Again, Prentice coming off the 30-point effort on Saturday against Kansas State. He was terrific, only took 16 shots to get to the 30 points. Very efficient outing for Prentice. Top of the key, Touch. Veers off to the left wing, bounce pass down into the paint. Here goes Jovanovic, good move inside, lays it in for 2, and the foul. Boy, went right to work on Nico Carvacho.
Yeah, it was a good move. Nico's got to move his feet better on that spin move. Can't get, caught wrapped underneath Johansson there and costs him a foul. Or I'm sorry, Jovanovic.
Yeah, Stefan Jovanovic, 6'11", the senior from Serbia, and makes the free throw. Jovanovic, an interesting story, played at Hawaii last year. He's a graduate transfer, so immediately eligible for LMU, but averaged about 16 minutes a game on a 28-win team for Hawaii that went to the NCAA tournament. 9-5, Colorado State trailing by 4. There goes a Mogbo, strong drive of the baseline. He got fouled. And Emmanuel going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Great recognition by Amagbo there. He had 6'9", 195 defender on him there and just took him straight to the rack and overpowered him.
Emmanuel coming off his 5th double-double of the season on Saturday, went for 13 points and 11 rebounds. As he continues to average a double-double this year, 12 points, 11 rebounds per game. First free throw is up, and it's no good. Boy, Emmanuel struggled from the charity stripe on Saturday, went just 6 of 11. In fact, at one point, Adam, he had missed, I think it was 4 consecutive free throws in the second half.
Yeah, really unlike them. They're typically a great free throw shooting team.
One more coming for Omagbo. Rams trailing 9-5 here at home. Make it 9-6. Got the second free throw to go. And Loyola Marymount has the lead. 13:49 to go in the first half of play. Lions have it into the forecourt. Brandon Brown, their leading scorer, high on the left side. Got it to touch, headed the key, drives right down the lane, threw up a wild runner, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be Ram basketball. It didn't even hit the backboard.
Yeah, a bit out of control, and good job by the CSU defenders just letting him kind of throw it up there and getting out of his way.
Colorado State has gone to their bench. Anthony Bonner has checked in, and Kamani Jackson has also checked in. Kamani played well on Saturday at times. Top of the key, Kamani controls. Now to J.D. Page off of Jackson's screen. Looking for the roll, nothing there. Still has the dribble outside the arc. Drives right into the paint. Bounce pass, threw it away. Stephen Haney has checked in, a junior out of East Lansing, Michigan. Stepped right in front. Brown driving baseline the other way. Got the contact, missed the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Brown just had a mismatch. Kamani Jackson on him, took him to the rim. Good job creating the contact for Omagbo coming help side.
Manuel Omagbo picking up his first personal foul of the night. Colorado State's going to get a couple new subs in here at the next horn. There it is. Omagbo going to go to the bench. J.D. Page also goes to the bench. So Jay Bob and Devakio Butler each checking into the contest. So Colorado State has 4 reserves on the floor, along with Gian Clavel, the lone starter. Second free throw is up and good. He got them both 11-6. 5-point advantage for Loyola Marymount. 13:05 to go in the first half. Colorado State has missed 6 of their first 8 shots. Top of the key 3-ball. Bonner missed it, but the rebound to Devakio Butler. New life for the Rams. Butler has it on the left side with the standing dribble. Sends it to Bonner on the left wing, left baseline. Here goes Clavel, wants to back down. Double team comes, dribbles out of it, top of the key. Sends it to Butler, extra pass. Bob in the corner, fake the 3. Top of the key to Butler. 11 on the shot clock. Butler penetrates, got in the paint. Scoop shot up, missed it, got his own rebound. Was he standing on the baseline? He was.
Boy, a bit too unselfish there. Somebody needs to take one of those shots. You know, Bob had a pull-up jumper he could have took. Butler had one, you know. Like him passing the ball, but boy, somebody's got to shoot those open ones.
LMU with the basketball back the other way, up by 5, their largest advantage of the contest. Driving left down the lane, there goes Brown and swatted away. At the midcourt line, picked up though by Amayo. New life here for LMU, bounce pass into the paint, deflected, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lions with just 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Great job by Clavel covering down on that help side. They were about to give up a wide open dunk if he didn't get a hand on that.
Right, a huge block by Kamani Jackson on Brown, the point guard. Inbounds, they get it to Trevor Manuel. Get a handoff out front. Here's Brown, 3 on the shot clock. Step back 2, no good. Rebound to Butler. So Colorado State gets one of their better defensive stands, and they have the basketball into the forecourt. Here goes Clavel. Kicked out to Bonner. He drives with the left hand into the paint. Now to Butler, left wing 3-ball. Missed it too strong. Rebound to LMU. Right, Colorado State has opened up cold shooting. They've missed 5 consecutive shots now, and then we get a foul on the other end of the floor. It was Kelvin Amayo falling to the hardwood, and it'll be a foul against Colorado State. Brings us to a media timeout. 11:44 to go in the first half. It's 11-6. Loyola Marymount with the lead over CSU. This is Colorado State basketball from Learfield. Colorado State basketball tonight brought to you by Ford. Your local Ford stores are proud supporters of Colorado State basketball. They're made to work. Ford trucks are built stronger, built better. They're built Ford tough. Ford says, go Rams. 11:44 to go in the first half of play tonight from Moby Arena in Fort Collins. 11-6, Loyola Marymount getting the early advantage on Colorado State. Brian Roth, Adam Nygaard back with you courtside. And boy, Adam, shooting's been an issue tonight for the Rams. Having some pretty good looks, just not been able to hit them.
Yeah, not bad shots. You know, they're not really forcing anything. I just look at, 0 points in the paint already. So they've got to just establish themselves inside. That is where their bread and butter is.
LMU to throw it into the baseline. Pass inside. It was deflected away. It came to Devakio Butler. Butler gets it to Bob. Now Jay Bob going to work into the forecourt for CSU. Jay has it top of the key. Rams now working around the perimeter to Butler on the right wing. Back out front it goes to Jackson. One dribble, picks it up, lobs to Bob, high left side. Bob skip pass, right corner. Nixon drives baseline, inside, kicked all the way through. Butler left wing, he wants to drive baseline. Back out, Bonner, wide open three, spots it up, Ben hits.
Boy, what a great offensive possession there. Ball probably moved 15 times, and then Bonner and Butler just creating for each other there. Finally, Butler drives baseline and finds a wide open Bonner at the top of the key.
Anthony Bonner can really shoot it. 42% now in the season from deep. Colorado State back within a bucket here. They trail 11-9. Top of the key, looking for the drive is 2-2. Nothing going there. Hands off out front. Strong drive by Johnson down the lane. Air ball, looking for the contact. Got it, but no call. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Ram basketball.
Did a great job there of just filling up the paint. There were 3 white jerseys waiting for that drive, and it just forced the Loyola offender to throw up a bad shot.
10:44 to go in the first half of play. Rams down by 2. Pull-up jumper the other way. It goes to Nixon. Missed it short from 15. Rebound cleared away by Marcusson into the forecourt. Driving left down the lane. Amayo. We get a whistle on contact and a foul. Defensive goes against Devakio Butler.
I think that's a good call. He was moving, just kind of Euroed out of the way, out of that charge call, and Butler should have just stayed with him and known that that was coming.
So Devakio Butler picking up his first personal foul, 15th foul against Colorado State. Team foul's now 5-4. Loyola Marymount to throw it in baseline. Into Haney, fadeaway 2 from the baseline. He missed it. Rebound came to McClendon and lost it, but it came out front. LMU going to get new life here on this possession. 2-2 on the left baseline. Back out, top of the key, back to 2-2. Left wing, feeds the paint. Johnson working to his right, bank shot up. He missed it. Rebound cleared away by Jackson. Colorado State right to left out of backcourt. Here comes Nixon, top of the key. Now to Bob, steps into a 3. Short. Rebound to the weak side to LMU.
Boy, Kamani Jackson going hard to the offensive rebound. Got hit in the head hard. I'm surprised they didn't call that.
And then down the lane to the other end, Muniz Tutu, a 6'1" sophomore, lays it in for the easy bucket. And it's a 13-9 lead for Loyola Marymount. 9:47 to go in the first half, spinning down the lane. There goes Nixon, lost the basketball loose, and it's picked up by the Lions. Colorado State's turned it over for the 3rd time tonight. Then we get an offensive foul coming into forecourt. 2-2, working and was pushing off.
And the last 2 possessions, Prentice Nixon just a little out of control, forcing it, the issue. Ball hasn't moved once, and he's driving out of control. It hasn't moved the defense. Let them move, and then you can create.
15th foul against the Lions. Rams at the basketball into the forecourt. Top of the key to Prentice Nixon. Now to Butler to a Mogbo angle left. Manuel found a cutter down the lane. It was Bob. Fadeaway jumper. Barely draws iron to the rebound to 2-2. Here comes the backup point guard. Racing forecourt. Feeds Amayo right down the lane. Kicked all the way through. 3 ball. Haney. Too strong. Barely drew iron on this side. Rebounded Jay Bob. Bob hands off to Bonner. Rams working in the forecourt. Down by 4. CSU is not led tonight. They have faced their biggest deficit. It was at 5. That was about 4 minutes ago. Free throw line. Here's Omogbo. Jab step, fakes the shot, drives right down the paint, lays it up, count the bucket with the foul.
And Mogbo loves the matchup that he has with Jovanovic right now. Just feels like he has a big advantage attacking the rim, and shows you there going strong and finishing at the rim.
They weren't originally going to count the bucket, and obviously a mistake by the trio of officials. Randy McCall going to come over and say, "Oh, we're good, Larry."
Larry will help him out.
Yeah. We're okay. we're good. We'll get it corrected here. And, of course, they do. Eric Curry coming over saying, my bad. It's my mistake. Count the bucket for Emmanuel Amagbo. 13-11. After the counting of the bucket for Amagbo, he'll have an opportunity at the three-point play at the free throw line. Yeah, Emmanuel's able to size up Jovanovic there and get him off the bounce. Free throw's no good for Emmanuel, so his free throw struggles continue. Again, dating back to Saturday, Emmanuel Amagbo just 1 of 3 tonight. 13-11, Rams down by 2 here to Loyola Marymount. On the right wing, Brown, the point guard, back in, trying to feed the right baseline, ball knocked away. Here goes Emmanuel, working the other way. Has Bonner on the right wing, gonna hold everything up. Back to 5-on-5 basketball, Clavel top of the key, kicked out. Butler lets loose for 3, bingo!
Good driving kick by Gian Clavel, finding Butler for a walk-in 3. It's a good shot. Good to see Butler get going in this game.
So Devakio Butler has given the Rams their first lead of the evening. It comes at the 8:16 mark of the second half, and a whistle. The other end, Butler was banging underneath, got him with a hold. It'll be the second personal foul on Devakio Butler's 16th foul on CSU.
Butler got mismatched onto Jovanovic there, the 7-foot center, and really working hard, staying low, getting to a front. I don't know if I saw much of a hold, but Randy McCall sure did.
So Devakio Butler with the 2 personal fouls going to go to the bench. And Braden Colliker going to check in. Loyola Marymount will inbound it out front. Here's Brown on the angle right. J.D. Page also back in the game for the Rams. 17-footer by Jovanovic from top of the key is good.
Hey, he's a skilled post player inside and out. You just got to get a hand up on that guy and disrupt his shot.
Clavel pull up 3 on the other end. Missed it just short. Rebound to LMU. Amayo into the forecourt, racing down the lane, got bumped in the process, and a foul called against J.D. Page. Well, J.D. picking up his first personal foul. It'll be the 17th foul against the Rams, so when we come back, Loyola Marymount will be at the free throw line. 7:51 to go. We're in the first half. CSU trailing by 1. It's 15-14 on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. $7:51 to go in the first half of play tonight from Moby Arena in Fort Collins. Loyola Marymount with the advantage on Colorado State, 15-14. Ryan Roth had Nigon back with you here. Honey smoked salmon from the Honey Smoked Fish Company. It's the protein of the future. It's real food, real energy, real healthy, and delicious. It's the official superfood of the Colorado State Rams. Adam, you and I looking at the stats there at the last commercial time out there. And Colorado State -7 on the glass, 17-10. Loyola Marymount with the advantage on the rebounds.
Yeah, this is a big Loyola Marymount team. You know, 6'11", 6'9", 6'8" inside. And those are beefy dudes too. So it's not going to be easy inside. You got to get low and push them out of the way.
Free throw by Kelvin Amayo. Misses badly on the 1-on-1, and the rebound is CSU. So the Rams will work it into the forecourt. Here goes J.D. Page, start a drive. Hand off to Colliker at the free throw line, and he walked with the basketball. That's an easy call.
Just a little too quick. Shot fake stutter. Needs to just either shoot it or get rid of it.
Larry Eustace imploring his team to slow down. Says slow down out there. Rams down by a point. Top of the key, it's Brown. Brown with the dribble out front, sent it to Amayo right wing, goes top of the key in the weave, hands off there. Johansson started to drive, got cut off, 12 on the shot clock now. Johansson left wing, gonna fire a 3 over Clavel. Missed short, rebound to Colliker on the weak side. Braden will get it to Nixon. He'll work it right to left out of backcourt. 7:13 to go in the second half. Rams have held one lead, and it was a moment ago. It was a short-lived lead. Now drill 15-14. Left wing, it's Nixon. Back out front to Omagbo, off the bounce again, got down the lane, his scooper up, missed it, contact, went to the hardwood, there was no whistle. Quickly the other way, here comes Brown, goes right down the lane, his floater's up, no good, and a whistle and a jump ball called.
That was a good call. I wasn't sure if they were going to get that one right. It seemed like the far side official was ready to call that, but Randy McCall got in there quick. He had the same thing I had, and Prentice Nixon put 2 hands on that ball.
So Nixon able to get back and force the jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Lions. They'll throw it in from their own baseline. Inbounds to Johnson, the post player. Sends it to Brown on the right wing. Working against J.D. Page off a Johnson screen. Pick and roll. Got it to him down the lane. He missed it from point blank. Rebound to Colorado State. Rams get an opportunity to retake the lead here. Page was dribbling out front. Had it poked away. Got it back. Now Colliker. Baseline J is up. And in.
There you go. I like it. You know, hasn't quite got his feet set on some of the threes that he's taking. Takes a step inside and knocks down a 17-foot jump shot.
So the lead back to Colorado State. Colliker with his first bucket. 3 on the other end. And just like that, it's gone. Brown knocks it down from downtown.
Yeah, he's their scorer. He's their playmaker. You've got to know where he's at all times.
LMU now back into a 2-3 zone defense. 18-16, Rams down by 2. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Colliker top of the key for the Rams. Now to Page on the angle right. Brown on him. Got it to Clavel, right baseline. Now going to drive into the paint. Bunny hop, banker up and in. Boy, tough move. Strong take by Gian Clavel. Tied up at 18. Loyola Marymount the basketball into the forecourt. Johnson hands off to Amayo on the right wing. With the dribble, comes all the way back out top. Now here's Brown. Head of the key, drives left on Clavel. Little lift fake, kick to the corner. Johansson drives baseline. His shot blocked by JD. And then Page tried to save it from going out of bounds. And he threw it right to Johnson, who scores with the easy 2.
Boy, tough break. Great play defensively by JD Page. Just did something you're really not supposed to do, is throw it and save it underneath your own basket.
Yeah, blocked it and then tried to save it, really almost all in one motion, and ends up working against the Rams. Mogbo driving left baseline, kicked all the way through to Page. 3 balls up, and it's off the rim. Rebound to Brown. Brandon Brown left to right, quickly into forecourt, driving right down the lane. Hands off to Amayo, a lot of contact. He missed it, and the rebound comes out to the near side.
A great hustle by CSU just to get back and make that a tough shot.
Out of bounds, last touch by Loyola Marymount, so it'll be Ram basketball. They'll trigger it in right in front of us. Gene Clavel to tuck in his shirt before we trigger this one in. 4:53 to go in the first half of play. Rams trailing 20-18. Rams out there with Nixon, Page, Clavel, Colliker, and Omagbo. Gene Clavel, top of the key with the dribble, pull up 2, it's good. Gene Clavel was 6 in the early going. And the Rams have tied it up, we're all square at 20. Brown with the basketball in the left wing. Bounce pass top of the key to Manuel. Here's the Oregon transfer, driving right down the lane, nearly lost it out of bounds, tried to save it. Loose basketball came to Colliker, lead pass forward court, threw it away. Brown was back. He has it coming back the other way. Touch, drives down the lane, good feed. Jovanovic throws it down with 2 hands.
That's what happened. You turn over a turnover, and it comes down and leads to a dunk on the other end.
22-20. Rams find themselves down by 2 once again. Here's Nixon high on the right side. Prentice drives, foul line, fires the jumper and hits.
It's a good-looking shot off of a ball screen. Just takes 2 dribbles wide open at the top of the key.
So Prentice Nixon with his first points of the evening, coming off the career-high 30 on Saturday. 22-22, we have found ourselves tied once again. It's the 3rd time in the contest we have found ourselves tied. There's been 4 lead changes this first half. 3:30 to go. Boyd touch, top of the key. Now to Brandon Brown, drives right, got in the paint. Scoop shot up and missed it. Rebound to touch. Put back is good.
And that's what Brown does. Brown finds ways to get to the rim and create. And when he does, everyone's got their eye on the ball and nobody blocks out Tuak, and he's there for an easy putback.
24-22. Colorado State back down by a bucket here. 3:05 to go in the first half. Mogbo in the left wing for CSU. Backing off him is Manuel. Now Manuel going to work off the bounce, drove baseline. Got it to Colliker. Got it rejected from behind. Out of bounds. It'll stay with CSU and Trevor Manuel. A 6'9" sophomore transfer from the University of Oregon, going to get credited with the block. Brings us to a timeout. 2:56 to go. We're in the first half. It's 24-22. The Lions on top of the Rams. Colorado State basketball from Learfield.
Getting
Ram basketball tonight brought to you by Blue Federal Credit Union. You can help Blue Federal Credit Union reach their goal of 300 new member checking accounts. They'll give you a $100 account bonus to do good in your community. You can learn more about the promotion at bluefcu.com/do good. Blue Federal Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Colorado State Rams. 24-22, Colorado State trailing Loyola Marymount tonight from Moby Arena. 2:56 to go in the first half. And the Rams will get the basketball on the baseline. CSU 36% shooting in the contest. It's a number that has steadily increased. They were at 24 earlier in the contest. And the Rams will throw it in from the baseline. Got it into Clavel, backing his way down, kicked all the way through. There's Page for three. Off the rim, no good, and the rebound to the Lions. But Colorado State now 2 of 11 from deep. Well, the Marymount a chance to extend on a 2-point advantage here. Attacking the bucket to our right. On drive, McClendon went right through Nixon, who's on the ground. No call, though. Brown top of the key, hands off to Manuel. Back to Brown on the angle left, beats the post left wing. Turnaround jump hook up by Jovanovic. Missed it, no good. Rebound, Kamani Jackson. Outlet to J.D. Page. J.D. pushing the pace down the lane. The floater up, rejected. It was Manuel coming over on the help side D. Loose ball picked up by Loyola Marymount. Down the lane, there goes Brown. Strong move, lays it in for two.
And just the wrong decision by J.D. Page in transition, trying to go 1-on-4 and gets blocked at the rim and turns into transition on the other end, and Brown goes straight to the rim.
26-22, lead is 4 for Loyola Marymount, and a whistle away from the ball. Clavel banging with Brown, and Brown the guilty party. That'll be his first personal foul, 17th foul against Loyola Marymount. So Colorado State now in the bonus for the final $1.56 of the first half. That means free throws for Gian Clavel. J.D. Page going to go to that Ram bench. Tabakio Butler will check back in for him. It'll be Nixon, Butler, Clavel, Jackson, and Omogbo. Free throw by Clavel, no good. He missed it. And Colorado State now 2 of 6 from the free throw line. LMU basketball into the forecourt. I right McClendon. And Larry Eustace putting Butler back in the contest with the 2 personal fouls. Don't see him do that very often, but is electing to do it here in this situation. Top of the key, McClendon going to fire a pull-up 3. Missed it. Rebound tipped back up and in by Stefan Jovanovic.
Honestly, looked like that was Kamani Jackson's might have tipped that in going for the rebound.
And Loyola Marymount has their largest lead here of the evening. It's at 6. Brandis Nixon, top of the key for Colorado State, off a Jackson screen, drives left down the lane, hands off to Amagbo. Left to the keys, going to back away to the three-point arc, now drives, good feed underneath, Jackson, dunk! Great feed.
Great find. Good job by Kamani just being in the right position. It's a low block to finish that.
28-24, Rams back down by 4. Final 53 seconds of the half. Here's Manuel trying to go inside. We get a timeout called out front. Boy, Manuel's trying to post up and whistles blew, and Brandon Brown, the point guard, had called a timeout from out front. We're going to keep it here. 51 seconds to go. A use it or lose it timeout for head coach Mike Dunlap and the LMU Lions. They lead Colorado State 28-24. I mentioned these two teams hooked up last season. Loyola Marymount got the 83-75 win over the Rams. Colorado State was down by as many as 9 in the first half of that game. They would be down by 3 at halftime, and then they would outscore LMU by 11 in the second half to get that win. And this contest shaping up a little bit like the game did last season.
CSU has got to guard without fouling right now. And they have got to clean up these second chance points. Already given up 10 second chance points and 8 offensive rebounds. So that seems to be the big, mismatch of the night is they cannot seem to finish these possessions when they get the shots that they want them to take.
Yeah, Colorado State now minus 10 on the glass, 26-16 in favor of the Lions. LMU on the inbounds, and they'll get it into Brandon Brown, the point guard out front. Their leading scorer has been good tonight. Trying to drive right baseline, nothing to go there. 9 on the shot clock, 40 in the game clock. Back to Brown, top of the key. 5 on the shot clock now, trying to get around Jackson, and he was fouled. Kamani tried to come out in the hedge off the screen, defending it, and ran right into the guard, Brown. That's the 8th team foul, and Brandon Brown going to go to the free throw line, and he'll have 2.
Gosh, just a killer foul for them. Like I said, you don't want to foul here. It puts them in the bonus, and now they have a chance to score and get the ball back with a 6-second differential. So Kamani Jackson has got to do a better job of that, just showing his hands.
First free throw is up and good. That was actually 1 and 1. Brown gets it to go. One more free throw is coming his way. 29-24. Loyola Marymount with the 5-point advantage. One more for Brown. Second free throw is up and good. He has 9 in the contest. He'll go to the bench. 2-2. We'll check in for him. Mike Dunlap not going to let Brown pick up a late foul here in the final seconds of the first half. 36.6 seconds to go in the half. Rams on the bound is Gian Clavel. Rams down by 6, matches their biggest deficit of the night.
Got to get a piece of the paint here if you're CSU. Everything good that they've had offensively comes by either a post touch or by just getting feet in the paint and kicking it out.
Gian Clavel standing dribble out front, 10 of the shot clock, 16 of the game clock. Gian now going to size up his defender. Here comes the screen. It's Omagbo. Gian drives left down the lane. Got all the way inside. Kicked out. Che Bob fires the 3. It's good. Big time bucket by Bob. Inbounds to LMU. Half court shot with 3 seconds to go. Off the rim and out of bounds. And that's how the first half plays out. So Che Bob, you don't see him firing threes much. Just his 4th made 3 of the season. And it's a big one. It slices the deficit in half. After 20 minutes tonight from Fort Collins, Loyola Marymount 30, Colorado State 27. Halftime show comes up next on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. It's the UC Health halftime show. Brian Roth, Adam Nygon back with you. 30-27, Loyola Marymount with the lead over at Colorado State. Let's take a look at some of those first half statistics brought to you by Ford. Made to work. Ford trucks. They're built stronger, built better. They're built for tough. Rams shoot 38% in the first half, 11 of 29. They were 3 of 12 from deep and just 2 of 6 from the free throw line. For Loyola Marymount, they were shooting 37% in the first half, 12 of 32, 1 of 8 from deep, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Rebounding edge has been decidedly in favor of the Lions, which has been surprising, 26 to 16 in total rebounds, and has led to 10 second chance points for the Lions. The Rams have yet to score a second chance point. Colorado State has turned over 5 times in the contest, 4 turnovers for Loyola Marymount. Individual numbers in the contest, just one player in double figures is Stefan Jovanovic. The center for LMU has 11 points to go along with 5 rebounds. Brandon Brown, their leading scorer and starting point guard, came in averaging 15 points a game. He chipped in with 9 points in the first half. As for the Rams, nobody in double figures. Balanced scoring, 6 for Clavel, and then 3 apiece for Butler, Bob, Bonner, Carvacho, and Omagbo, and then 2 apiece for Nixon and Colliker. 30-27, Loyola Marymount with the lead. Second half tip comes up next on the Colorado State Sports Network.
We all have our mountains. The challenge.
The Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. This has been the Rams halftime show. The second half is just around the corner. Now back to courtside. Once again, here's Brian Roth and Adam Nygon.
All right, just underway in the second half, 30-27. Rams down by 3 here at Loyola Marymount as we get you started with Colorado State, the basketball. Foul line jumper, Omagbo. He'll splash it home for 2. And Colorado State down by just 1. LMU into the forecourt. Loyola coming out, burgundy uniforms, white numbers with the blue trim. Meanwhile, Colorado State, the home white screen numbers and the gold trim. Loyola Marymount moving right to left here in the second half. Brown trying to get past Nixon. He ran right through him. That's a charge. So Colorado State gets a bucket on one end, and then they get a stop on the other.
That's what the Rams need to do, turn this Loyola team over. Only 6 first half turnovers when they average 15. So look for them to pick it up defensively and continue to turn them over.
Magbo spinning baseline on the right block. Joan hooks up and in. Give the first 4 to Emmanuel Magbo, and the Rams have the lead back 31-30. 50 seconds into the second half of play, LMU the basketball. Standing dribble high right, Brown picked it up. Way back out front to McClendon by the half-court line. Veers off to the left wing. Tried to bounce it to the left wing. It was deflected and nearly out of bounds. In fact, it was out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams, nearly stolen, I should say. Nico Carvaccio getting on the hardwood, doing some dirty work for the Rams.
Already a ton more energy on the defensive end right now.
Loyola Marymount throws it in on the near side. Here's Brown, top of the key. 9 on the shot clock, working off a high screen. Got the roll down the paint, kick to the right baseline. Jumper by Jovanovic is up and good. He's played well tonight as a game high 13.
Yeah, he can stretch the floor, knock down those mid-range jump shots. Got to respect that.
Rams back down by 1 once again. Right wing, it's Prentice Nixon. Gonna rise and fire a 3. It's good.
Well, it looked like a shot he made on Saturday against K-State, just a pull-up three-pointer. Way to knock that down.
Prentice starting to get that jumper going. His first 3 of the evening. 34-32, Colorado State has the advantage. Back to 2-point lead. It's the big lead tonight for Colorado State. Brown, top of the key. Sends it to the right baseline. McClendon on the drive. Kick back out, though. Brown up between the rings. Crosses over on Page. Got into the paint. Carvaccio over on the double team. Picked up the dribble. 6 in the shot clock. McClendon right wing. He drives. Floater in the paint. Well off. Rebound cleared away by Gian Clavel. Rams have an opportunity to get out in transition here. Gian racing forecourt. Has it left down the lane. Tried to feed Carvaccio. Deflected out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Rams. So CSU to throw it in on the baseline left. 17:48 to go in the second half of play. 34-32, CSU with the lead. Inbounds to Clavel, left of the lane. Spins baseline, his shot blocked there. And the loose ball picked up by McClendon. Forecourt it goes to Brown on the right wing. Has the dribble up between the rings. Colorado State stays in man-to-man pressure. They'll feed the post. Jovanovic kicked out, top of the key. McClendon for 3. Off the back of the iron, rebound. Page had it, lost it, came to Clavel. Gene again pushing in transition, got it to Nixon. Drives right down the lane, great feed. Clavel lays it in for 2.
Good job by Nixon, not forcing anything in transition, just kicks it back to Clavel for an easy layup.
36-32, timeout called Loyola Marymount. Rams have opened up the second half on a 9-2 spurt, and CSU has their largest lead of the contest. It's 36-32. We'll take a timeout. Back after this to Fort Collins on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. $17-12 to go here in the second half. Rams up by 4. Let's take 10 seconds. Allow stations to identify themselves on the Colorado State Sports Network. (36-32), CSU leading Loyola Marymount here, just underway in the second half. 9-2 run out of halftime. Rams closed out the first half with the final 3, so it's a 12-2 run for the Rams, bridging back to the first half. Brown has the top of the key, 10 to shoot down for the Lions. Brown with the dribble, tried to penetrate, kicked out, 3-try manual. Nope, steps inside the 2, fires the jumper, missed it, but he was fouled. Got him on the arm. It'll go against J.D. Page. It'll be his second personal foul. Team's first of the second half.
Boy, what a great defensive possession there for about 26 seconds, and then they get the shot that they want, and J.D. Page closing out just gets a piece of his arm. Unfortunate. They're really starting to fly around in the second half.
We got to look at that replay as Manuel's first free throw is no good, and the basketball gods Didn't like that call.
Not much there.
Say a piece of the arm, maybe a sliver, maybe a touch.
I didn't look up. I was trusting.
It wasn't a lot. Of course, it looks a little different as it always does when you watch it in slow motion, get the benefit of a second look. Second free throw is good. 36-33. Colorado State up by 3. Rams tacking the bucket to our right. Amagbo has it on the angle right. Holds it above his head with the dribble, going to bring it back out front. Now wants to cross over down the lane. Kicked it to the right corner to Page. Page drives baseline. Pull up 2 there. Absolutely. So J.D. Page, it's been quite some time, but finally gets on the board his first bucket tonight. Remember, he got shut out against Kansas State on Saturday. Top of the key, Brown starts a drive, fade away from the foul line. Good. White touched every part of the rim and fell through for the point guard.
Yeah, tough shot. Pretty good defense. You guys got to live with that one.
38-35, Rams by 3. Clavel forecourt. Now to Amagbo. Steps into a 3. You bet!
And that's the threes that he can make. When he doesn't think about it, he steps right into it and shoots it the first time.
Emmanuel Amagbo gives the Rams their big lead of the night. It sits at 6, 41-35. Brown on the right wing for LMU. Bounce pass into the paint looking for Jovanovic. He got bumped, ball got knocked away. This will go against Amagbo, I think. Yep, indeed it will. Second on Amagbo, second team foul of the second half. And we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to use it 15:39 to go here in the second half of play. Rams with a little bit of life, a little spark at a halftime. They lead the Lions of LMU 41-35 on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Rams basketball tonight brought to you by Urban Mattress. They know in order to wake up well, you need a good night's sleep. And your friends at Urban Mattress will donate 2% of their profits to local nonprofits. They're locally owned, and they give students and faculty a 10% discount to sleep well from Urban Mattress. 15:39 to go in the second half of play. 41-35. Colorado State leading Loyola Marymount by 6. 39 to go in the second half. Adam, what have you seen for the Rams where the energy looks much, much better out of halftime?
Yeah, much better energy on both ends of the floor. They're flying around, forcing Loyola into some tough shots. They've made a few of them, but then offensively, they're flying around, touching the paint, and getting good shots.
Loyola Marymount to throw it in from the baseline. They get it in. Jovanovic in the baseline, kicked it all the way through. Brown get a fire of the 3, in and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. See who it last touched. Last touch by Loyola Marymount. That was Trevor Manuel, the Oregon transfer, flying through. Last touched in. Loyola Marymount now just 1 of 10 from deep in the contest. Rams facing full court pressure. They break it. Amagbo down the lane. He throws it down with authority.
Boy, you can see that coming from half court. Kind of set him up. Nixon gave it to him in the perfect timing and just goes all over Jovanovic there.
And then the 3 on the other way by Boy Touch. 43-38. Gets Loyola Marymount back within 5 points. Top of the key, there goes Page. Good feed into the paint to Carvaccio. Ball knocked away from him. Got it back, then lost it again. Picked up this time by Brandon Brown. Forecourt he goes. Right wing, spotting up for 3 is Haney. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, offensive to Jovanovic. Out of Brown, top of the key. Boyd Touch on the left wing. Off a screen, goes top of the key. Clavel looking for the steal, couldn't get it. Touch goes to the right baseline, threw it to Haney. 3 ball up, he missed it. Another offensive rebound. Jovanovic put back good with the foul.
Yeah, third chance opportunity there. They missed the first one. You had a Mogbo sitting at half court on that first miss, just waiting for a rebound leaking out. You need him inside.
Boy, that one hurts. You force a couple of threes. You look like you're going to get a defensive stop, but you just can't control the rebounds. And now you're looking at giving up a three-point play, and Jovanovic at the free throw line trying to convert. 14:35 to go in the second. Rams lead down to 3, make it down to 2. And just like that, a 6-0 spurt for the Lions to get them back in this. 43-41, Rams by 2. Here's Clavel driving downhill, kicked out to Bob. He'll fake the 3 to the foul line. He goes, steps through, ball knocked away from him. Loose got it back, put back up, missed it, foul. Stayed with it.
Boy, he just kind of slithers his way around once he gets in the paint. Find a way to get to the rim. Credit Che Bob there. He's kind of a broken play, but way to get the contact and go to the free throw line.
So Che Bob, a couple of free throw attempts awaiting him. And the first one's up and good. CSU has struggled from the free throw line tonight. They were just 2 of 6 before that free throw. Now make it 3 of 7. So Che Bob has one more coming his way, 4 points in the evening. Second free throw airborne and good. He got them both. And it snaps that 6-0 LMU run. 45-41, Rams by 4. Kelvin Amayo is checked in the game. The Iona transfer sends it to the Oregon transfer on the right wing. Manuel tried to feed a cutter into the lane. It was deflected out of bounds. That'll stay with Loyola Marymount. Lions are going to throw it in on the baseline. 14:10 to go in the second. 45-41, Rams by 4, and we get a whistle on the inbounds. That's going to be an offensive foul. Who do they get? Eric Curry making the call. They'll get Stefan Jovanovic. Mike Dunlap, head coach at LMU, a perplexed look on his face. Didn't see it, but Eric Curry did.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. It looked like Jovanovic was just posting up. Must have got called on a moving screen.
Third team foul against LMU. Rams basketball up by 4. Right wing Nixon started to drive, got it to Jackson Strong, moved down the lane, he got blocked. It was roofed, and then the loose ball picked up by Manuel.
Boy, he took a power dribble. Not so sure if he needed it there. Just like to see him just go right up with it.
Oh, good feed on the drive by Brown, and a little underneath scoop pass to Trevor Manuel. And he throws it down with 2 hands, back to a 2-point game. 45-43, Rams leading Loyola Marymount by 2. All right, on the left side, Che Bob for the Rams. Got it to Prentice Nixon, left wing, gonna fire a 3. It's good! His second triple of the second half, Prentice Nixon. 48-43, Brown quickly the other way, driving right in the paint. He was fouled.
And that's what they love to do. They love to attack the rim, get feet in the paint. If you're CSU, you just have got to sit back and dare them to shoot at this point. You've got to clog up the paint. That is the only way the Lions are getting to the free throw line.
Gian Clavel picking up his first personal this evening. 4th team foul against the Rams. And to the free throw line, Brown. 71% free throw shooter, knocks the first one down. Tavakio Butler's going to check in. He'll get Gian Clavel. Rams got Anthony Bonner in at the last whistle prior to that one. So it's Nixon, Butler, Bonner, Bob, and Jackson. Boy, an interesting lineup out there for Larry Eustace right now. Second free throw is good. It's a 3-point game. Rams faces some full court pressure. They break it in the forecourt. Nixon high on the left side. As McClendon on him, taking him off the bounce, drives left down the lane, jump stop, hands off to Bob at the foul line. Jay pivoting around, can't find anybody to throw to, and now back out front it goes to Butler. He nearly got called with a 5-second violation. Left baseline. Prentice Nixon trying to drive, maneuver into the paint, kick to Butler, top of the key for 3. In and out. Rebound to LMU. Rams lead by 3. 12:47 to go. Brown trying to maneuver in the paint, kicked it to the right corner. Amayo sends it top of the key to Brown. Now McClendon angle left. Bonner on him. Rams have gone man-to-man the entire way tonight. Now Amayo drives left down the lane. Lost the basketball, came right to Bob. Rams on the run. 4-on-1 break. Bob scoops it to Nixon. Down the lane, blocked from behind. And a hard foul. Nixon's going to get a pair of free throws. A foul went against Trevor Manuel.
Way to recover by Trevor Emmanuel. Didn't quite see him in the break until Nixon was going up for that layup.
Well, Manuel's a pretty good-looking player, 6'9" sophomore from Lansing, Michigan. We mentioned he started his college career at Oregon. He was a 4-star recruit. Played the first 9 games for Oregon last year before transferring at midseason. And in fact, Saturday against Incarnate Word was his first game in an LMU uniform. Prentice Nixon gets them both to go. He's going to come to the bench, and J.D. Page will check in for him. So Nixon's starting to get going offensively. And the Rams have the lead back up to 5. Free throw line, Jovanovic. Kick to the right corner. McClendon 3. Missed it. Rebound, tip forward came to Jovanovic. All right, Larry Eustace beside himself. Really hot at his 5 out there right now. Floater in the paint. There goes Brown. Missed everything. Kept right in the hands of Bob. Bob, baseball pass, forecourt. Got Butler. Good feed to Page, who lost it out of bounds. That hurts.
Boy, you're getting ready for a CSU dunk or a layup, and it ends up being a turnover. Unfortunate.
Well, that's too bad. Just one extra pass from Butler, who probably could have scored the basketball himself. Tried to flip it underneath to J.D. Page, who lost it off his leg and out of bounds. Time out of the floor, 11:57 to go. Second half of play. Rams by 5 over Loyola Marymount. It's 50-45. This is Colorado State basketball from Learfield. Back inside Moby Arena on a Monday night. We're in Fort Collins. Brian Roth along with former Ram Adam Nygon. 11:57 to go in the second half, and Colorado State up by 5. 50-45. Rams basketball today brought to you by Rock Bottom. You're looking for a great place to watch the next away CSU basketball game in Denver. Rock Bottom Brewery downtown is the place to be. Loyola Marymount right to left out of backcourt. McClendon has the top of the key, drives on Bonner, now backs away to the right wing. Top of the key to Amayo. Back to McClendon, right baseline drive, working on Bonner, trying to kick out, ball taken away. There goes Butler, 2-on-1 the other way. Butler down the lane, tries to tomahawk it home. Off the heel, he was fouled. That would have brought this place down if he could finish it. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's exactly what you got to do if you're Butler in transition there. Give it up to Page, knowing that he's going to give it back to you. And I'd like to see him do that on that last play where they turned it over. Just go up there strong like you're going to dunk it every time.
Ambitious effort by Devakio Butler. I'm hoping they're going to show that on the Diamond Vision here. I'm curious to where he took off with that thing. I mean, he took off from a good 6-7 feet away and then cocked the one arm behind his head.
He was posing for that one, wasn't he?
First free throw was good. Second free throw is off the mark, no good. But the Rams do extend the lead. It's now up to 6. Crossing over Amayo, down the lane. Looked like he walked with it. No call. And whistle, foul to go against J.D. Page. But could have swore he took 3.5 steps there.
Yeah, and you just got to know if you're guarding Amayo, you have got to just know he's driving first. He does not shoot the ball well. He's a drive-only guy. You got to give him space.
15 foul against the Rams, 5 team fouls apiece. And make it 16 fouls on the Rams. Trying to feed the post, and they'll get Colliker playing behind the big man Johnson.
You hear one of the coaches yelling, get in the front. Colliker just let the man catch, and by the time he comes to front, that's where the foul occurs.
Prentice Nixon's going to check in. He'll get J.D. Page. Gene Clavel will get Anthony Bonner, and Manuel Mogbo to get Tabakio Butler. So Rams have Clavel, Nixon, Bob, Colliker, and Omogbo out there. Now the inbounds ball was thrown away, stolen by the Rams, and then Clavel saves it from going out of bounds. It was over and back. Well, Clavel had it. It was stolen. He lost the basketball, picked it up right as he was in the forecourt. He was falling out of bounds, and the only place he could throw it was back into the backcourt.
Boy, it just seems like they're 1 or 2 possessions away from blowing the lid off of this game and just can't quite seem to make the right plays to go ahead by more than a few points.
And a missed 3 by Manuel, and then a foul going for the rebound. Bob had the good position, and Boyd Touch went right through him, the senior out of Omaha. His second personal 16 foul against the Lions. And the Rams will have the basketball. 11-11 to go in the second half. Colorado State up by 6, 51-45. Rams trailed by 3 at the intermission, went on a 9-2 run to open up the second half, and CSU is led for the duration. Like to finish it out in the final 11 minutes tonight. Mogbo top of the key for CSU. Now to Nixon in the angle right. He penetrates, got inside, great feed to Colliker, but he wasn't ready to shoot. Boy, he had a lane, didn't want to go. Left wing, it's Nixon trying to drive baseline, ran into a double team in trouble. Now to Mogbo, he drives down the lane. Ball rejected. Loose ball picked up by Touch. Coast to coast down the lane, laid it up. He missed it, and then bodies everywhere. Foul against Jay Bob and CSU. Boy, what happened on the offensive end, Adam?
Just a little too much dribbling. And Mogbo trying to do a little too much. Maybe come to a jump stop instead of leaving your feet.
So to the free throw line, Kelvin Amayo, a 6'4" senior out of Hillside, New Jersey, a transfer from Iona. And the first free throw is up and good. He'll get the bonus. Here's a kid who started his career at Marshall, ended up at Iona, and then sat out all of last year with a knee injury. And a graduate transfer now playing in LA at Loyola Marymount. Second free throw, no good. Missed them both. 51-46. Top of the key, it's Clavel. Right wing to Bob. Bob, top of the key, kicked it to Colliker in the left wing. Back outside to Nixon. 14 to shoot. Prentice drove baseline. Got it to Clavel. Fadeaway 2 from the baseline. It's good. Degree of difficulty 9.0.
Bit of a spin cycle there for a fadeaway jumper. That's a tough shot.
53-46. Gene Clavel in double figures. He has 10. Mayo on the right wing. Top of the key goes to 2-2. They work it around to Touch on the left wing. It went through his hands and out of bounds. Unforced error against the Lions there. So the Rams are going to get the basketball back up by 7 here with 10 minutes even to go in the second half. Now Mike Dunlap wants another timeout, trying to get his team under control once again. They're going to call it a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. Again, 10 minutes to go in the second half. 53-46. Colorado State has played well in the second half, and it kind of goes like the season has gone. Again, saved for the game Saturday against Kansas State down at the Pepsi Center, Adam. This is a Ram basketball team that has sometimes been pretty average in the first half, and second half they've looked really good.
Boy, a completely different team in the second half. It seems like defensively and offensively the energy is 10 times better than it was in the first half. I'm not sure if they needed to wake up or if Larry needed to rip them in the halftime to get them going or what it is, but already they are moving the ball, and it started with their defense. They're getting out in transition because they're getting stops and turnovers that are leading to them getting fouled and offensive, creating their offense through their defense.
Now Colorado State in the second half, they are plus 10 on the scoreboard. They have outscored Loyola Marymount 26-16. And you look at the shooting for CSU, much more efficient in this first half. At halftime, the Rams were shooting 38%. Colorado State here in the second half, 9 of 13, good for 69%.
Yeah, and they've got 8 at that points in the paint, still losing 22-10, but already doing a much better job of at least touching the paint.
So it'll be CSU basketball up by 7. Large lead has been 8. Opportunity to reestablish that here on this possession. And Loyola Marymount now going to extend on his own defense here. It's like a 1-3-1. Mogbo in the right wing, lobs it top of the key to Clavel. Foul line jumper. Drew contact and the foul. Gian's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. We'll get Boyd Touch, senior out of Omaha. That'll be his 3rd personal foul, 17th foul. Team fouls now give up at 7 apiece. So Clavel to the free throw line for the Rams. One of 3 players in double figures. Free throws up and no good. Gian's struggling from the free throw line. 0 for 2 now. Rams as a team 7 of 13. Oh, Mogbo and Nixon, the other 2 Rams that have joined Clavel with double figures tonight. Second free throws up and good. No problem that time. And Colorado State has matched their big lead of the night. It sits at 8. 54-46, 9:43 to go in the second. Here comes Brandon Brown, the point guard, working forecourt against Nixon, and Prentice with a hand check out front. Prentice said he got pushed off on, but listen, you can't defend him like that coming into the forecourt. You're going to get called with that every time, aren't you, Adam?
Yeah, and he's got to be careful. He's visibly frustrated, and the ref's eyeing him down pretty hard. Gave Gian a warning that he might tee up Prentice. So just got to be careful. I mean, you're 50 feet from the basket. There's no reason to body him up and foul there. So now you're stopping the clock and letting him get some free throws.
Yeah, Prentice still trying to argue his case as the free throws up. Missed it, did Brown. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Rick Batzel, one of the officials, coming over telling Larry, hey, that's a warning against your guy. He was talking about Nixon.
And that is Loyola's biggest weakness, is their free throw shooting. 348th in the country when it comes to free throw shooting.
Yeah, only coming in at 65%. Clavel right wing for 3. Missed it. Rebound to LMU. Here comes Amayo into the forecourt. Running downhill to the lane. Tried to kick out, threw it away. Colorado State, the numbers going back the other way. Here goes Clavel right in the lane. Hands off to Amagbo. Now to Bob. He'll lay it in for 2. Colorado State has the lead up to double figures for the first time tonight, 56-46. 8:51 to go in the second. Right wing Brown outside the arc. Rams forcing him baseline. We'll send it to the free throw line. Here's the big man Johnson spinning down the lane. Had to kick back out. 10 to shoot. Brown right wing, good feed. Johnson back down the lane. This time we'll scoop it up and in.
Boy, Gian's got to step up a second sooner and take that charge on the roll by Johnson. Just second late and leads to an easy layup.
56-48. Nixon on the drive. Tried to find Colliker cutting baseline. Deflected out of bounds. CSU basketball. Loyola Marymount going to go to their bench. Kelvin Amayo will check out. Muniz Tutu going to check in. And the Rams will. Oh! And he came right into us. Are we still on the air? I think we are. Wow. I've been doing this a long time, and I got to be honest with you, I've never had that happen.
Brian, the ISDN just took a crap. I'm going to disconnect and rehook up.
Hey, I got you. Can you? All right, welcome back inside to Moby Arena. Gian Clavel just came right in our laps. And, well, it was a yard sale there for a second. We're back on the air. We have come to a media timeout. And Adam is okay. Adam took the brunt of that one. All right, Gian was okay, by the way, as well. 56-48, the Rams have the lead on the Lions of Loyola Marymount. We'll take a timeout on the Colorado State Sports Network. Back at Moby Arena here on a Monday night, 7:59 to go in the second half, 56-48. The Rams on top of Loyola Marymount. Colorado State basketball tonight brought to you by UC Health, with more clinical trials and advanced treatments than any other health system in the region. The game changers in medicine are at UC Health. Loyola Marymount with the basketball, attacking the bucket to our left. Shamir Johnson sent it outside to Toch. Back to Johnson, repost him, banging inside, kicked out to Toch, fakes the three. 17 in the shot clock, they'll work it back out front to Brown. Working against the Nixon pressure. Brown bounce pass, top of the key to Johnson, now to Toch, left wing, 3 balls up, off the heel, rebound offensively to Tutu. The smallest guy on the floor came down with the rebound. 7:29 to go here in the second half of play. New light for Loyola Marymount. Brandon Brown, top of the key, working off the screen, drives right down the lane to the rim, scooped it up, missed it, and the foul.
Boy, Brandon Brown making something out of nothing there, just driving out of control, but such a good job at creating contact.
So free throw upcoming for Brandon Brown, the senior out of Levine, Arizona. Junior college transfer that played at Loyola Marymount for its first season last year and ended up all West Coast Conference honorable mention player. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is airborne, got the second. So Brown will split the pair, 56-49. Ram lead is 7. 7:19 to go in the second. Gene Clavel into the forecourt. Here comes a trapping zone, and Clavel throws over the top of it. Back out to Nixon high on the left side. Back to Clavel, angle right. Gene started to drive, got taken away, stripped by Tutu. Mooney's Tutu into the forecourt, sends it left wing. Brown for 3. He was spotting up and knocks it down. Wait, wide open.
And just like that, it's a 4-point game. CSU just kind of rolling around here has got to stay aggressive.
6-0 run here by Loyola Marymount. There's a 10-point lead a moment ago. Bob kicking all the way through to the angle left. It goes to Nixon. Nixon working against the zone, brings it back up top of the key, sends it to Colliker, angle left. Outside the arc for Braden Colliker. The sophomore comes back out front. 6 to shoot. Bob, left side, gonna fire a 3 and knocks it down.
Whenever the Rams needed a big bucket, Che Bob has hit 2 huge threes for them.
That baseline touch kicks all the way through 2-2. He'll drive the baseline again and try to kick all the way through. Ball was deflected away by Nixon. Loose on the floor, still loose, and then we get a jump ball called. No, unless they're gonna say a timeout was called first. Mike Dunlap was trying to call timeout from that bench. And indeed, they're going to give them the timeout. Boy, that was a bang-bang play. And they will give Loyola Marymount the timeout. We're going to keep it here. 30-second timeout. And the Lions now with just 1 timeout left in the contest. 6:08 to go. We're in the second half, 59-52. But you mentioned it a moment ago. Some big-time threes by Che Bob. Has knocked down a couple of them. He has 10 in the contest.
Yeah, end of the first half, he hits a 3 to get it within 3, and then there, as soon as it seems like Loyola is making a run to get them back into the game, Che Bob stops a 6-0 run, extends it to 7. Let's see if they can, defend without fouling. They're both in the bonus right now, so any foul is really going to hurt.
Both teams coming back out on the court. Rams come back out with Bob, Butler, Nixon, Clavel, and Omagbo. Lions to throw it in from the baseline, and comes to Toch, will fire a 3, and he bangs it home. His second triple of the contest. So Boyd Toch will answer the 3-point bucket by Bob, and then a pass out front deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams.
Yeah, we're ready over here now, aren't we?
That's
Anything
right.
coming our way.
That ball coming near close to us. You get a little gun shy after that. I mean, Gene Clavel ended up in our laps, and that just doesn't happen very often. Boy, and Gene was upset. He thought he got pushed, and he's yelling, and right down the lane, Omagbo going to drive, and he'll get contact and a whistle. So Emmanuel Omagbo going to go to the free throw line. Shamar Johnson, the guilty party, his second, and the team's 8th.
Magbo may have gotten bailed out there, a little out of control going, but that's what the Rams need to continue to do, is just pound the paint, go inside, make them make a call, because that's where they make their living, at the free throw line.
So Amagbo at the free throw line. He's gone just 1 of 3 there. Make it 1 of 4. It's been a
now he's
struggle.
Now he's overthinking it a little bit. You can tell after you miss the first 3 or 4, now it's just a mental thing.
And again, 6 of 11 on Saturday against Kansas State. And, Manuel coming into the game tonight, 71% from the free throw line. J.D. Page checks back in. He'll get Prentice Nixon. So Nixon going to get a little bit of a breather. Second free throw for Emmanuel is true. 60-55. Rams by 5 over Loyola Marymount. LMU into the forecourt. Top of the key to Johnson, the post player. Backing off him is Jay Bob. Hands off to Jovanovic, the 6'11" post player out front. Back out now to Brown. 16 the shot clock, crosses over. Kick to the left baseline. 2-2's floater is good.
Boy, Gian Clavel did a good job of swiping at that initial shot, but he double clutched and hit a rainbow floater.
60-57, Lions not going away. Trailed by 10 a moment ago. Mogbo gonna fire a 3 on the left side. It's an air ball. Came right to Butler. Put back, missed it. And Bob was trying to get the tip. He'll go to the free throw line. The foul goes against Shamar Johnson. 19th foul, and Emmanuel Mogbo. No, check that. Excuse me, Che Bob. They're going to go to the free throw line. They're going to say I wasn't in the act of shooting. You serious?
I'm not sure.
Bob was trying to tip that. It fell off the rim. Bob was going up to try to tip that back up and in. He got fouled. And I think they're telling us that it's going to be a 1-on-1 situation with the 19th foul. Well, that's odd. Wiping up a little perspiration on the floor. And we'll be ready for some free throws here. Yep, indeed, they called it on the ground some way. So it'll be one of the bonus for Che Bob. Free throws up and good. Won't make a difference as he'll get another one either way. There you Stacy calling for his team to get a defensive stop here. 5:06 to go in the second. Rams holding on to a 4-point advantage. Second free throw by Bob is good. Rolled around, got the shooter's touch. 62-57, Rams have the lead back up to 5. Brown in the forecourt for Loyola Marymount. Dribbles to the right free throw line, tried to kick out, ball nearly knocked away. 2-2 has it. Then found Jovanovic underneath, he was all alone. Layup is good.
Boy, the Rams were off to the races on offense, thinking Gian was going to come up with that. Unfortunate not to. It left Jovanovic wide open underneath.
Back down to a one-possession game, 62-59. Rams with the lead inside 5 to go in the second. Clavel on the right wing for CSU. Clavel wants to drive. Baseline he goes. Floater up, missed it, too strong. Rebounded Che Bob, lift fake underneath, in a bit of trouble. Tried to kick back out, did to Butler. He lost the basketball, and it came to Loyola Marymount. 2-2 forecourt, drives right down the lane. He was fouled, and he'll shoot free throws.
Boy, kind of the story of the night tonight. 2 Rams fighting for the ball twice on that possession, just can't quite come up with it, and then it leads to transition, not quite points, but they're certainly going to the free throw line.
So 2-2 at the free throw line. 1 of 2 there on the season, make it 2 of 3. The first one is up and good. It makes it a 2-point game. Loyola Marymount has made their last 4 field goals, and they have gotten themselves back in the game after trailing by 10. Second free throw is no good, and loose ball picked up on the rebound to Butler. Boy, Butler in a bit of trouble, got it to Bob, still in the backcourt, now to J.D. Page. J.D.'s going to work it in the forecourt. J.D. drives into the paint, ball was poked away, and it was stolen. And CSU not able to take care of the basketball. 10th turnover of the evening for Colorado State, 3:57 to go, and here's Loyola Marymount down by 2 with the ball. Right in the lane, floater by Brown, good. We're tied at 62.
Boy, gotta stay in front of Brown. He is creating right now for everybody, and that time you leave him unguarded, he's gonna drop a floater in your eye.
Rams have gone without a field goal the last 2.5 minutes. Clavel trying to change that. Jumper's up, he missed it. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Colorado State. J-Bob battling with the big man Jovanovic for the rebound, and it was last touched by the Lion. Brings us to a media timeout, 3:30 to go. We're in the second. 10-point lead has vanished for Colorado State, and we're all tied up. 62-62 on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield.
Welcome.
With 24 front range locations, including inside the Laurie Student Center, on the CSU campus, First National Bank is the official bank. Colorado State University, First National Bank member FDIC. Brian Roth, Adam Nygon back with you, all square at 62. And Adam, how did the Rams lose that 10-point lead?
Boy, they just kind of had a brain fart offensively. They try and go 1-on-5 on an offensive break here on a press when J.D. Page knows there's people back tipping. Multiple guys had the ball in one possession, can't quite come up with it, leads to points on the other end. Just 50-50 balls right now that you think the Rams are going to come up with and get layups, just aren't going in their favor, and then they're turning into transition opportunities for Loyola.
Colorado State shooting 45% in the game, 42% for Loyola Marymount. And the Rams will throw it into the baseline. Tied up at 62, 3:30 to go. Rams trying to get it in, still trying to get it in, and we get a whistle and a foul. Trevor Manuel away from the basketball, the post player for Loyola Marymount. So Colorado State's going to get free throws, 10th team foul against LMU. So the Rams in the double bonus, and Emmanuel Mogbo go to the free throw line. It's been a struggle, just 2 of 5 tonight. I mean, that would be a great time to knock down a couple, get the confidence back going. And the first one's up and good. Rams retake the lead.
I think he found something on that last make previous, so.
The Rams have led virtually the entire second half. Second one for Emmanuel is up and good. He got them both. 64-62, Colorado State with the lead. Into forward court, Brandon Brown off a high screen, goes top of the key. Looked like he carried it. There was no call. Wait, a little bunny hop carry. 2-2, angle left. Backup point guard. They've got a 2-point guard lineup here down the stretch. Right wing touch, drives in the paint, then kicked out to nobody. Threw it away. It's a turnover, and it's Ram basketball.
Boy, they got lucky. Tutu was wide open off of the drive from Tuak, and fortunate to throw it away.
3:05 to go in the second half. Rams by 2, looking to extend. Nixon has it in the forecourt for the Rams. Attacking the bucket to our right. Top of the key to Amagbo. Holds it there. Hands off to Clavel. Out front, Gian starts to drive down the lane. Got it to Amagbo through his hands and out of bounds. Colorado State returns the turnover favor.
Gosh, another one of those plays where they're just inches away from having a layup or a dunk. Can't quite come up with the ball, and now it turns into a turnover and chance for Loyola to even the match.
64-62, Rams by 2. Top of the key, ball stolen. Here comes Clavel, driving right down the lane. Floater up, missed it, but he walked with it first. Wow.
Just a bit out of control, trying to do too much. It was a 1-on-2 break. Took off, honestly, a little too early in that. He could have took one more dribble, and instead it cost him a travel.
Now Loyola Marymount with the basketball again. Back-to-back turnovers for Colorado State. Back-to-back turnovers for LMU. 2:30 to go. 64-62 Rams. 2-2 with the standing dribble in the left wing. Top of the key, it goes to Touch. Back on the angle left to Brown, their leading scorer, 11 to shoot. Brown with 19 in the game, off a high screen, tries to fire a jumper from the foul line. It's an air ball out of bounds. He was trying to draw the call, and none of the three officials were baited into it.
It's a good job by just showing your hands by Clavel and Omagbo there. He really was trying to draw contact.
A bucket here would be huge for the Rams. 2:05 to go in the second half. Rams up by 2 with the ball. J-Bob has it on the right wing, and now in a bit of trouble. Double team comes, and he calls a timeout. Stops the clock with 2 minutes to go in the second half, 64-62. And, well, sudden, Adam, you look at the last minute and a half of play. Neither of these two teams look too confident.
No, a little shaky right now. CSU has got to get back into their bread and butter, which is ball movement, side, top, side, and touching the post. Right now, they're doing a lot of dribbling into the paint. That's not going to get it done. They're turning the ball over when they do that. Move the ball, let the defense spread, and then attack on that dribble. Defensively, they have got to keep Brown in front of him because he is just creating for everybody right now. Give him some space, make him shoot the three. Otherwise, cannot let him touch the paint.
Ram fans, challenge yourself to keep learning with Colorado's top-ranked MBA program. More professionals choose an MBA from CSU's College of Business over any other accredited MBA program in the state. You can learn more by visiting ineedanmba.com. Again, ineedanmba.com. Brian Roth, Adam Nygaard with you here tonight from Moby Arena in Fort Collins, a final non-conference home game of the year. 2 minutes left. Rams leading Loyola Marymount 64-62. 18 seconds on the shot clock as we return to action. Rams triggered in. Omagbo in the left wing. Manuel with the man in his face, just holding it now, try baseline and gonna hand out front to Clavel. Gene calling everybody to clear out, trying to drive, got left corner, 3 seconds to go. Nixon gonna fire up a three, in and out, rebound Omagbo. Manuel gonna kick back out to the half-court line to Gene Clavel. And a second chance opportunity for CSU with $1:30 to go in the game. Boy, that was a huge offensive rebound. Put a star by that if the Rams win. Top of the key, nearly turn it over. Manuel Omagbo driving left down the lane. Ball dribbled off his foot, out of bounds.
See, that's what I mean. You just got to make the easy play. Omagbo dribbled the ball 10 times. Just kick it to your teammate. You don't have to drive to the rim right now.
The wheels are shaking coming down the stretch, but not just for the Rams, for the Lions as well. Rams have not scored in the last 2:12. Lions have not scored in the last 2:37. 64-62, CSU by 2. Manuel has the top of the key for LMU. 1 minute to go in the second half. Right of the lane, Jovanovic, the post player, backing down on Omagbo. To his left, jump hook up. He got it to go with the foul.
Boy, good move by Jovanovic there with his offhand, left-hand floater. Emmanuel Omagbo going straight up, just may have gotten his hand on the way up to his move.
Boy, and that thing hit just about every part of the rim, and it goes down for the big man, and he'll be at the free throw line trying to give his team the lead. 63% free throw shooter. It's up and good. He got it done. 65-64, first lead in nearly 19 minutes for Loyola Marymount. Rams have the ball in the front court. There's Page, drives right in the baseline, floater up. He missed it. Rebound to LMU. Racing forecourt, and then a foul called as Amayo was coming into the forecourt. Not a lot of contact there, and not sure if that's what the Rams wanted to do.
Not a bad foul, though. Amayo, not the best free throw shooter, so you might have saved yourself a possession there.
Well, Amayo is shooting 58% on the season. And he's going to have 2 free throws. His team up by 1. First one is up and good, of course. 42.3 left to contest, 66-64. Rams down by 2.
Can't fall asleep here. Got to get this rebound if he misses.
Second free throw, missed it. Rebound, Omagbo. Rams down by 2. Get the ball to Gian Clavel, work it up the far side into the forecourt. Spinning down the lane, Gian found Bob, baseline, banker, no, whistle, yes. So Bob gonna go to the free throw line. He'll get 2 free throws. His team down by 2 with 31.7 seconds to go. Boy, you had Clavel driving down the lane there, Adam, and Bob just didn't seem to know. He didn't seem to cut soon enough. He cuts earlier. Might be able to have an easy dunk. First free throw by Che Bob is good. One more coming his way. Opportunity to tie it up.
And you cannot foul on this next possession here defensively. A foul puts them to the free throw line. So defend without fouling and rebound.
Second free throw by Bob is good. You better believe it. 66-66. Got a second differential shot in game clock, so essentially LMU can have the final shot of the contest. 23 seconds to go in regulation, deadlocked at 66. Standing by the half-court line is Brandon Brown. On him is Clavel. 12 seconds to go. Still standing by the half-court line. 9 seconds to go, still out front. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Brown by the half-court line. Shakes his man, fires the three. Good at the buzzer. 0.9 seconds to go. LMU by 3. Inbounds to Clavel. Heaves it up at the buzzer. Off the rim, no good. And that's how this thing is going to end. Brandon Brown, the three-pointer, and LMU escapes with a 69-66 win. And that one hurts.
Woof.
Colorado State led the entire second half and not able to close out down the stretch. And the Rams fall to 8-4 on the season. LMU, the Lions, go to 6-3. Post-game show next. Stay with us on the Colorado State Sports Network.
At CP and Potts.